What's the best performing 23-foot surf boat in the world? We're about to check it out. Here's the 2025 Centurion Ri230. What's up, guys? This is Mitch from Boardco. Today, I am going to be walking you through the new 2025 Centurion Ri230. The Ri230 has a reputation of being the best performing 23-foot surf boat in the world. It delivers the best surf wave of any 23-foot boat, one of the best wakeboard wakes of any 23-foot boat, something the Centurion is not typically known for, and also the best driving and handling 23-foot ultra premium boat. It's going to drive and handle extremely well at high speeds, low speeds, as well as offer some of the best rough water ride of any surf boat, regardless of size, making this boat drive through rough water better than other 26-foot surf boats from other manufacturers. So what allows the Ri230 to deliver this incredible performance all the way around? Well, it starts here at the back of the boat, or at least this is the easiest place to show you. This is where I can show you the Opti-V 2.0 hull, the hull that has completely revolutionized wake surfing and what boats can do when they're out on the water. Real quick, I'm going to show you the difference between the Opti-V hull and how it compares to other different hull designs. Most surf boats have a really flat hull shape, meaning that it requires a device to grab or move water and to shift the boat hull from side to side in order to create a surf wave. The Opti-V 2.0 hull, however, has a deep cut V bottom, meaning that you actually have 20 degrees of dead rise angle. That's the measurement between the side point of the boat and the center line of the boat. There's 20 degrees of dead rise in the Opti-V 2 hull as compared to other boats that have 3 to 6 degrees of dead rise. This extra V will naturally part the water to one side or the other, meaning that these QuickSurf plates here don't need any hooks or devices that come out the side and grab and hold water. This is going to deliver a few things. Number one, a surf hull that's going to deploy more water back behind the boat instead of splitting it and pushing it to the sides. Number two, you're going to have more water delivered in a straight line, making your surf wave much longer and giving you a much larger pocket to surf behind. Most surf boats have a pocket that's 5 to maybe 10 feet long. On an Ri230, you can expect a 20 to 30 foot long surf pocket that you can stay in and still retain the push on the wave. Third, this whole design allows for a much greater efficiency because you're not having to shift the entire boat from side to side or put a brake at the back end in order to create a surf wave. Instead, it does it in the most efficient way possible by having a hull design that is built from the ground up to produce the best possible surf wave. The other advantage to this is that this V hull is going to slice through rough water extremely well. The other thing you might end up be thinking is, what about wakeboarding? How does that come in? The Ri230 features a really unique design with a flat balance point on either side of the hull, taking away the tippiness that typically comes from V-bottom hull boats. This means you're going to get a perfectly clean, symmetrical wakeboard wake regardless of how much weight you put in the boat, meaning that you can have a wake that's great for beginner-level riders all the way up to pro-level wakeboarders. This means that the Ri230 is going to deliver amazing wakeboard wakes, amazing driving and handling, and most importantly, the best wake surf waves in the world with not just the Opti-V hull, but with as much as 5,400 pounds of factory installed ballast. Speaking of 5,400 pounds of ballast, let's talk about the ballast technology that is on the Ri230. This boat features Ramfill 2 technology, which is the most advanced ballast system ever developed that fills ballast and drains ballast faster than any other ballast system on the market. This right here is the vent for the Ramfill ballast system. Most vent holes are about this big to allow water to escape. Instead, you need these giant cavities to allow air to escape out while you are filling this ballast system. This is because this ballast system uses a scoop on the bottom of the boat that rams or pushes water in as you're driving along. This will allow you to fill way more ballast than is available in any other boat and do it faster than other boats can fill it. This is essential when you have this massive ballast system, so you're not waiting around for 30 minutes to fill your ballast, but it also gives you another element of control. You can fine-tune and customize the ballast distribution in this boat faster than any other boat. If you've got more people sitting on one side than the other, you can simply drain or fill ballast in just a matter of a few seconds and level out the boat. You also can do the same thing when somebody is surfing. If you want to fine-tune the angle of the boat while you're driving, it takes just 5 seconds with Ramfill as opposed to a minute in other boats, meaning that you as a driver have complete customization and control over every aspect of how the boat surfs, wakeboards, or even drives down the lake. While we're up here at the bow of the boat, there's a few really cool features on the Ri230 that I wanted to highlight and show you. First off, you've got these Baja Racing Designs headlights. These are extra bright and they spread beam super wide to make sure that you have great visibility while you're driving the boat at night or pulling up to a dock, or whether you're driving the boat around at night or pulling up to a dock at dusk. They're also covered with these color match billet aluminum covers that go over the top of the lights, meaning you can actually step on the headlights and not have to worry about damaging anything as you're climbing in and out of the boat. Here at the front of the boat, you also have this custom protected cover at the front that is going to protect the boat so you don't have to worry about slamming the bow of the boat like you do on a lot of others and getting gouges or dings here at the front. You also have a built-in front camera right here at the front that comes standard on the Ri series. This is going to allow you to have better visibility when you're pulling the boat onto the trailer, making it so that you can get it perfectly straight every single time and not have to worry about being off to one side of the roller or the other like you can on a lot of other boats. Another great new feature on the Ri230 for 2025 is this new custom vent system that is across the entire boat. It's color matched to look absolutely beautiful. It provides ventilation for your storage compartments as well as the motor. Another great new feature for 2025 are these new color match billet inserts. They look beautiful. They provide ventilation across the entire boat into your storage compartments of your motor. And you now have a built-in power trickle charger right here on the side. Meaning you can plug your extension cord right here into this port and trickle charge your batteries while the boat's sitting in your garage, on a lift, at a dock, wherever you want. Now we move back here to the back transom of the boat because I want to talk a little bit more about these plates here at the back. We have the QuickSurf Pro system that's here on the side, which are the side plates, and you have the patented silent stinger plate that is in the center. As compared to other surf systems that are out there that are simply on or off, these QuickSurf plates can actually engage to multiple positions, making it so that you can control the side tilt of the boat going from side to side. The center plate can also be adjusted to multiple positions, controlling the lift or drop in the bow, meaning that you can control and orient the hull of this boat in any direction you want as you're surfing. This allows you to not just control the shape of the wave by making it steep or mellow, but even control things such as the shape of the lip, fine-tuning it so that it's a little bit steeper at the back and a little more rounded at the front. With the full customization with the QuickSurf plates and the stinger plate, the Centurion Ri230 is able to deliver an ideal surf wave regardless of your rider's size, their wave preference, the kind of board that they're riding on, or their skill level. You can dial in a super steep, aggressive wave for a 350-pound rider so they're going to be able to fade 15 or 20 feet back and not lose the wave. You can also design a surf wave that is going to be rounded, smooth, and mellow that is going to be great for kids or skim-style riders. If you want to get a wave that's going to help you land that elusive 360, you can make a wave that's going to have a smooth tabletop shape towards the front of the wave, but also be steep and aggressive at the back so that you don't end up losing the wave when you come around. You have complete customization and control if you want it on the Ri230. If this all seems a little overwhelming, don't worry. The Ri230 is one of the easiest surf boats in the world to tune up. You just simply press one button and it will set everything up for you. But if you want to take it to the next level and fine-tune and customize your surf wave for every individual rider and making it absolutely perfect in what they are looking for, you have the full, complete controls to customize the wave unlike any other boat on the planet. As we move up into the inside of the Ri230, there's a lot of great things to talk about here at the back end of the boat. First off, you've got a large transom storage locker here at the back end that you can just pop up and access really quickly and easily. One great feature that I love about this locker is that it also has a built-in transom ballast bag that you can fill up when you've only got a small crew. So if there's only 2 or 3 people going with you, you can fill up that ballast, and it's the same as if you have 16 people pilot in the Ri230. You also can run that empty if you've got a larger crew and make it so you have a ton of storage space. You're welcome to put stuff right on top of the bag that's back there. It's not going to damage or cause any issues, and you can store skis, boards, life jackets, anything that you need. It's great because you can pick between having even more ballast if you have a smaller crew or even more storage space with a larger crew. So you have the best possible experience out there surfing regardless of your crew size. Here at the back end, you also have a transom walkway, meaning you can walk from the back of the boat all the way up through the inside and even over the front of the bow without ever stepping on any cushions. You've got this beautiful, luxurious GatorStep that is the highest grade flooring of any company that's available that you have in the Ri230. It's going to hold up great. It doesn't get hot at all, regardless of the color, and it looks incredible. Here at the back end, you also have these flip-up transom seats. So you can just ratchet them up. You can control the angle at the back end, making them super comfy. You can lay them down so you can lounge across the entire thing. You also, in the state of Utah, can sit back here with the seats engaged while people are surfing. That's kind of unique and new and not available in all states, but in the state of Utah it is. New for 2025, you have this new Cool Touch vinyl. In this boat, it's Castano brown, but you can get it in a bunch of different colors. And it looks absolutely incredible. It's super soft and plush, and it's not going to absorb heat. Meaning this darker brown interior you can take down to Lake Powell. It's 110 degrees outside, and it's going to feel about the same as this white right here. This is a great feature if you want to have a beautiful looking boat, but not have to worry about all of the headaches with having a really hot interior. In addition to having the transom storage locker, you also can drop these seats down and access a large storage locker right here in the back side. This once again has a plug and play bag here in the rear that you can fill up, but you got lots of storage space that even communicates on top of the engine. So you can store things like life jackets, ropes, wetsuits, things of that nature in these back storage lockers. In my boat, I will typically run all of my wet gear here in the back end, meaning that I can store a bunch of life jackets, wetsuits, ropes, all of those different things here in the back of the boat, which is extra nice because I don't have to put them underneath the side seats where you have people already sitting. I can put on or take off my wet life jacket, drop it in the storage locker, and then climb into the boat so I'm not dripping on everybody. And when I need to grab a new vest out of the back, I'm not having to make people stand up and move to reach under the seats. The one great thing about storage in the Ri230 is it's extremely functional. So not only do you have quite a bit of space, but it's really easy to access and great to enjoy when you're out on the lake with your friends and family. As we step into the cockpit of the Ri230, you can see it's really big and really luxurious. It's a good sized 23-foot boat, and you can pack 14 people plus all 5,400 pounds of factory installed ballast. You actually could pack even more people, but because of the extra high ballast capacity, there is a limiter that's put on there by the Coast Guard. As we go into the inside, there's lots of great amenities as well that you can check out and see. You've got storage underneath all of your seats on the sides that include a hinge that opens up. You've got friction mat flooring underneath all of those storage compartments, meaning that you can take it out, spray it down, vacuum it, whatever you want to do, making cleanup a breeze. It's also rhino lined through the inside as well, making it so that it's not going to absorb moisture or have mold or mildew like some other boats can. No more soggy carpet in your storage compartments to worry about. In the sides, you have new wireless charging cell phone holders available all throughout the boat. There's a total of 4 of them through here in the cockpit that you can just pop your phone right into, so it'll wirelessly charge as well as hold it and keep it nice and safe and secure. Lots of cup holders for everybody that's hanging out here inside the boat as well. On the sides on the Ri230, you have these flip-up lean backs that flip up and face backwards towards the rider. So you can have even more people checking out all of the action that's happening back behind the boat. If you want to release them, just simply pop it like this, and they drop back down, making it so that you can have more of a stadium room seating if you like it. As we go up here towards the front of the boat, you also have additional wireless charging cell phone holder for the passenger seat, as well as a built-in in-floor cooler that's really large and super functional with a drain system in the bottom, and a trash can right here on the side that you can quickly and easily access through the main observer locker compartment. So you don't have to move a bunch of gear and people out of the way in order to pull your trash can out at the end of the day when you're cleaning everything up. The Ri230 for 2025 is topped off with the incredible Predator power folding tower from Centurion. This is the fastest dropping, fastest raising tower on the market, and the only tower that you can drop it to any point, stop, and immediately tow a rider. This allows you to bring the shade coverage down for everybody that's hanging out inside of the boat and create a really cool environment. It also allows you to completely control the angle of the tower as it's up and down to just have it exactly where you want it. You've got built-in life jacket holders here in the top, as well as life jacket holders on the sides on the Bombshell 2 board racks. Speaking of the Bombshell 2 board racks, these racks are absolutely incredible. You just spin them around like this to load your board. You just open it like that. You slide your board in. You then pull it out right like this, and it locks your board right here in place. This sandwiches your boards and makes sure you never have to worry about boards wiggling free or flying out like you do with other clamping racks. It's also going to keep your boards safe and secure, meaning that even if you have a super fragile EPS style surfboard, you're not going to worry about dents and dings because of this nice rubber overmolding that exists on these Bombshell 2 racks. They're super functional even for the most fragile of surfboards, and they hold them perfectly safe and secure. They're also great for holding foil boards, wakeboards, and pretty much anything else you want to take with you on the boat. Topping off the Predator tower are these Wet Sound Rev12 tower speakers. This is one of a few different audio systems that's available in the Ri230, all of which sound absolutely incredible. These speakers will fire sound back to the riders and give an unbelievable experience while you're surfing, as well as give incredible surround sound here inside of the boat. All of the stereo can be controlled right from the driver's helm with a quick access volume knob, as well as equalizer settings so you can fine tune the stereo to exactly how you want to listen to it. You also have a bunch of internal component speakers up in the bow, and subwoofers to make sure that your audio experience is top notch for everybody, regardless of what kind of music you like to listen to. As I move over to the driver's helm, you see we have a brand new helm design for 2025 that's really a step above not just what Centurion has had before, but quite honestly, every other helm in the industry. First off, you've got the Cobra Racing driver's seat, the most comfortable driver's seat on the market. It's great because it fits you regardless of the size or shape of the person who's driving the boat, as well as it's got a lot of really great features. You've got this leg notch here on the left side that's really comfortable. You can drop your leg into, as well as a backrest that wraps around, meaning you can sit and I can lean back like this while I'm even turned to the side. You also have a bolster that flips up that is extra comfortable and extra plush, so I can sit up here, which is actually my favorite way to sit in this driver's seat. Not because it gives me extra height, though that's an added benefit, but just because it's the most comfortable place to sit. Over here, you've got the new dash system. You've got a wireless charging cell phone holder here on the left side that you can simply drop your cell phone into, even if it's a really large cell phone. This is an iPhone 15 Max. You've got a stereo controller here right below it that gives you full, complete control with a quick volume knob. I also love how this is easy access for both the driver as well as an observer can reach over and adjust the stereo without having to mess around with the dash screen over here on the sides. Speaking of dash screens, you've got the two largest dash screen displays of any boat in the wake industry that are going to give you maximum control over every aspect of the boat, whether we're talking about your just standard instrumentation, your surf settings, your lighting controls, navigation, music and volume, as well as ballast. You have complete controls over every single aspect of the boat and the ability to fine-tune every single setting, whether you're dialing in a surf wave for a rider, whether you're just cruising around and having fun, or wanting to just have an amazing experience lounging with everybody in the family. Two other great things on these dash display screens is, first off, you have cameras that show the front and rear of the boat. You also have live fuel economy information. We talk regularly how Centurion boats are up to 50% more fuel efficient than other surf boats at surf speed. Centurion doesn't just say it, they put their money where their mouth is by including live fuel economy readouts right in the dash screen. It's not only a way to see, hey, your boat's not burning that much gas, it is also a really useful instrument to be able to fine-tune and adjust the boat while you're driving it. We found that by making small adjustments, either dropping speed down a little bit or making different plate settings, you can dramatically reduce the amount of gas that these boats burn. By fine-tuning and just paying attention to it, I found that I'm burning 25 or 30% less fuel and not sacrificing my surf wave or honestly the experience while I'm driving the boat at all. It's a really cool feature that's only available on a Centurion. The last great thing to talk about with these dash screens is the rider profile presets, which you can click right here. You can go and select any profile and just with the press of a button, it will set everything in the boat up for you. Whether we're talking your plate positions, your ballast controls, your speed, or everything else that you need to dial in a surf wave, a wakeboard wake, or anything you want to do while driving. This gives you maximum control, but also makes it extremely easy to set up a surf wave. If you like a wave that you've dialed and set up, just simply hit save and it will save that profile to the presets, meaning you can have that exact same wave every single time. With the Centurion, not only get maximum customization, but also incredible ease of use with dialing in a surf wave for every single rider on your boat. We moved here into the bow of the Ri230, and as you can see, it's really big and spacious. A lot of other 23-foot boats shrink the bow up to make the cockpit feel bigger, and so you feel like you're eating your knees if you're sitting here. Instead, you've got a lot of space. In fact, I could have 4 full-size adults here in the bow of the boat, no problem. The bow fill cushion that's right underneath me does remove and lift up out of the boat, meaning you don't have to have this in here if you want to have a nice footwell. You also can use it for storage space. If you want to throw things like a cooler or a tube or something like that underneath that, you certainly can. Speaking of storage space, you also have storage space underneath all of the cushions here in the front of the boat. You've got anchor storage sitting here behind me, as well as access to the back end of the dash system over here behind the driver's helm. You've got other great amenities here in the bow, such as grab handles, accent lighting, USB charging ports, cup holders, speakers, and flip down armrests here in the bow so you can hang out whether you're facing backwards towards the action that's going on behind the boat or turn around and facing forward as you're cruising down the lake. Another great thing I love about the RI series boats is that they're fully wrapped with GatorStep all around the perimeter, meaning that whether you're accessing the boat at the back, on the sides here at the bow, over the front of the bow, regardless of where you're stepping, you have a very flat, nice surface that you can step so you don't have to worry about slipping and sliding as you're stepping in and out of the boat. As I mentioned before, you can step all the way in, going from the front, stepping here at this step pad, and if you have the bow fill cushion removed, go all the way to the back of the boat without ever stepping on your vinyl. This is going to ensure that the interior of your Ri230 is going to look great, not just when it's new, but for a long time to come. That pretty much wraps it up with the Ri230. Thanks for spending some time here with me in this incredible surf boat. As you can see, it's luxurious inside. It's got some great amenities outside. The most important thing with this boat, however, is the way it performs in the water. You will be absolutely blown away with what the capabilities of this boat are, whether we're talking surfing, wakeboarding, driving, cruising, handling, regardless of what you're looking at. If you'd like to get behind an Ri230, don't hesitate to reach out to us at Boardco. We'd be more than happy to take you on a test drive, as well as show you any of the Ri230s we have available in stock. To check out more about the Ri230 and see the boats that we have available at Boardco, head over to boardco.com. And don't forget to check out all the other stuff that we have, talking about Centurion boats, other boats, and all of the things that you need when you're shopping around for a boat to make sure that you get the information that you want and need. Once again, this is Mitch from Boardco. Thanks for hanging out with me.